SR&BG and the loop that loops. Before I start this video, I want to thank everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you and your situations. Just in case you don't make it to the end of the video, I wanted to thank you now. Thank you. And I mean that. Somebody asked me about this guy, this Black Panther guy who's going against ICE. He's all over the news, all over social media. He went viral. Somebody wanted me to talk about him. They wanted to know how I feel about him. The question should be, why him? I don't feel nothing about him. If you see him on the news, they're plants. For example, listen to this and tell me, do you hear something? Do you hear the commercial in his speech? Tell me, watch.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE.
Was that not just a commercial? Let's listen to it again.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen.
Look at him smiling. He's a plant, so I really don't care about him. I don't care about the plants. If we see him on TV, if we see him going viral, if they're going against ICE, if he has the balls to say that he'll put a hole in ICE chest, he'll shoot an ICE agent in the chest, and he's bold enough to stand out there laughing, then you best believe he's one of them. But why? Why? Somebody wanted me to show the loop again. I made a video titled The Loop. This was about 4 months ago. And I showed how we're living in 1960. We don't always live in 1960. They don't always replay 1960s. But now, Donald Trump in office, now, this is the 1960s. In the early 2000s, we could have been living in the 1940s. The next 10 years, we could be living in, well, they're not going to be able to play with time anymore, so this is it. Let me listen to this guy, his little fake speech real quick, trying to get people riled up. He talking about arm yourself with these big guns, not knowing that these people have drones and nanobots. You can't go against the system physically. This war right here is going to be a spiritual war. That's why we're getting our spiritual powers back. He's going to get somebody hurt. Let's listen to this guy rile all these people up to go against the force that they don't even understand the weaponry. Okay, all right, let's listen to this guy.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means if shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be.
Let me tell you something right now. They have this truck, and it has this big satellite thing on it. And all they do, they go to protesters. They saving it for a time like this. But a lot of people already seen it. They took the videos offline. Old YouTube, y'all remember old YouTube? when you can upload anything. They showed this truck come to this crowd. It was about 400 people in the crowd. It was one truck. It had this satellite thing on the top of the truck. They aimed the satellite thing at the people and nothing shot out. But the people all started shaking and running, and they said that it was burning, it was making them be discombobulated, it was making them feel weird, and they heart skipping beats. So if you think we still living on old earth with guns, yeah, guns will work for the guerrilla warfare and all of that, but when the government really pull out this shit that they've been saving, this Elon Musk, this RoboCop type shit, this dude is going to get somebody hurt, man. I'm going to finish this up and then I'm going to show you how we're living in the 1960s. And after this video, hopefully you'll be able to see the loops. Hopefully you'll be able to see the loops because you're not going to be able to deny it. Okay, one. If I connect one dot or two or three dots, okay, three dots, then let's still say that that's a coincidence. But 4, 5, 6, come on, man, that's reality.
Fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people. No power to the pig.
You see, we don't even say pig no more. We don't say all power to the people. We don't say slave catcher. This dude is a plant and he's running on an old program. We already know what happens at the end of that Black Panther program. If he just said that they're the same Black Panther as the ones in the 60s, then we already know what's going to happen. It's going to be a lot of them getting taken out. So let me prove that this is a loop that loops. I remember the first time I heard about the loop. It was from Charles Kelly in Phoenix, Arizona. Charles Kelly, he used to be the head of a chapter of KKK in Scottsdale, Arizona, years before we even met. He gave his life to the Lord and he still had it up in him a little bit. He didn't like the other brothers up in the apartment building and in the neighborhood, but he liked me. See, I got this gift. For some reason, the people that don't like my people, I'm talking about essays, I'm talking about Asians and Africans. You see, that's why I don't talk bad about other races, because they treat me good. I don't know why. You hear what I'm saying? I don't know why. I think it's God's favor. Yes, I'm the brother that you would see from a Mexican gang or an Asian gang or living up in Vietnam or some shit. I don't know why. But Charles Kelly, he liked me. He said he was Jesus Christ, but I could still sense that KKK. He used to go and bet on the horses, and he used to win. But he didn't used to go all the time. He used to only go sometimes. And then he taught me how he used to do it. He said that history repeats itself. They got us in a loop. The horses' names mean a lot, just like in football, the Super Bowl. In sports, the Chicago Bulls, if they're in the finals, then the bull means something. You got to look at astrology and everything. It all means something. And he knew what energy we was in at the time. So if we was in the energy of, let's say, 2001, early 2000 energy, and it was a horse and its name was Twin Tower, then he might bet on that. This is just an example. And he was winning. He was telling me about the loop. And then I got it. I seen it. And I couldn't stop seeing it. So let me show you this loop. They started this loop around the time Donald Trump got into office this time. They put us up in the 60s, probably a little bit before Donald Trump got into office. They put us into the 60s. Now let me show you. All right. Who was the president in 1963? Okay, JFK was the president in 1963. And JFK got assassinated in 1963, November 22nd, 1963. So being that this is the 60s, there has to be a Kennedy in office, which it is. The Kennedy that's in office now is, which Kennedy is in office now? Let me see, excuse me. Which Kennedy is in office now? Okay, Robert F. Kennedy.
According to Wikipedia, Robert Francis Kennedy Jr., born January 17, 1954, also known by his initials RFK Jr., is an American politician, environmental lawyer, author, conspiracy theorist, and anti-vaccine activist.
Him. I didn't know that he was a conspiracy theorist. He got a weird voice, huh? There's a Kennedy in office, right? Just like in the 60s. But JFK, he passed away in the 60s also. So right now, there has to be a Kennedy that passed away, right? So what about the girl, her? What's her name? Tatiana. She just passed away December 30th. She died of cancer. This was JFK's granddaughter. That's two, right? That's a Kennedy in office, and it's a Kennedy passing away around the same time, right? Okay. Why the Black Panther? Why this guy? Why this guy on the screen? See, he has to be there because it's a reenactment. You know, every year they reenact the Revolutionary War, the Civil War. They do all of that, right? To summon up the energy. So this is what I'm showing you. This is what Charles Kelly was showing me. So this guy, this Black Panther guy, because the Black Panthers, they came out in 66, but in 1963, the founders, Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale, they were active in the Bay Area political organizations and heavily involved in studying California gun law. So even though they wasn't out in the public in the 60s, in 1963, they was still on the scene. It just didn't go mainstream yet. So this is why this system needs this guy to participate at a time like this in the 60s and in the 1960s energy. Right now in the United States of America, we are living in the energy of the 1960s. Even I'm wearing an afro, right? I mean, come on now, right? What else happened in the 60s? The measles vaccine. The first less effective inactivated measles vaccine was introduced in 1963. Okay, so what's happening right now? Look, in the news, 2005 through 2026 measles outbreaks. 3 days ago, Tuesday marks 1 year since a measles outbreak started in West Texas, and there have been more new cases in the United States each week. Right now, as we speak, I'm connecting the dots. Right now, as we speak, it's a measles outbreak. In the 60s, they was talking about measles just like they talking about measles now. What else happened in the 60s? What happened in the 60s? Oh, remember the 4 little girls in the church? Remember in Alabama? Well, it has to be something related to a church, like religion, girls, and them being taken out real fast, right? Because this is what this story is saying. They was in church, that's the religion. It was girls, that's the feminine energy. It was unexpected. It was a bombing, right? Now check this out. Check this out. On July 4th, 2025, Camp Mystic. Remember? Camp Mystic, spiritual, right? The river was called the Guadalupe River. That's the church, Guadalupe. Who is the Saint Guadalupe? Is Guadalupe a saint? A saintess like the mother Mary? You see? Church, girls. Camp Mystic was for girls. That's the 4 little girls. You understand what I'm saying? We live in I'm showing you the loop right now. The civil rights movement. It was to end segregation, discrimination, and disenfranchisement. That's what all of this ICE and all of these protests and all of this stuff is for. That's the civil rights energy. You hear what I'm saying? What about the dogs? The attacks during the protest. That's what all of that Renee Nicole Good stuff is about. That's what all of this stuff. Look on the screen. That's what all of this burning and all. We living in the 60s. I'm showing you a loop. And when you could see this loop, you're going to be able to see all the loops. Charles Kelly used to make money off this. I never abused the powers, though. You hear what I'm saying? What else happened in the 60s? Food stamps. Food stamps came out in the 60s. What was they talking about just a couple of months ago during the government shutdown? SNAP benefits, the food stamps. That was what was in the news at the ending of this year, October, November. Remember? Everybody was stressing. They said that they weren't gonna get no food stamps. Now they changed the food stamps laws. It was all about food stamps. They wasn't talking about food stamps since the 60s because we living in the 60s. So you already know what type of energy it's going to be. It's going to be the energy of them invading different countries. Look at all of these countries. Look, they went all through South America.
Connected.
Let me cut this off real quick, man. It's tripping. They went all the way through South America in the 60s. You hear what I'm saying? Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Brazil. They just went to Venezuela, right? You hear what I'm saying? I'm connecting the dots right now. So when you ask me about this guy, I don't even care about this guy. This guy, he probably don't even know what's going on. You hear what I'm saying? He probably don't even know what's going on. What the hell is this? Oh, I was watching this. Hold on real quick.
Power on. Pairing. Connected.
The African community continues to inherit spiritual values in their daily lives, and this region remains a place where belief in voodoo persists as a means to carry out rituals and worship. This belief involves unseen spirits and entities that inhabit the surroundings of humans.
Oh, I'm about to watch this and then make a video about it and put it on SR&BG 2.0. The loop that loops, that statue look crazy, huh? I could just feel a spirit up in it. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Peace.
Form of manifestation of this belief is found in the performance of the Kumpo dance.